got issues. We all got issues. Madam Contest Master, Toastmasters, yes. I'm going to be honest with you. I got issues. I got a lot of issues. Issues coming from everywhere. I'm also going to tell you, you got issues. Now, if you're going to tell me that you ain't got no issues, you're telling a lie. We all got issues. We all got issues. Now, let me tell you, I'm a counselor. I'm a counselor and I'm a coach. And you know what? People come to me with all of their issues. They tell me about issues at school. They tell me about issues at work. They tell me about issues. I thought to myself, now what can I do about this? Because sometimes issues become overbearing. I've got to make this fun. I've got to make it enjoyable. So I've got to do something. And so I came up with a great idea. I came up with the idea of becoming the host of the All Got Issues show. So now, instead of just me listening to other people's issues, I actually get to invite guests, authors, to come to my radio show and talk to me about the issues that they all got. Now, just in case you were wondering, a couple of you are probably thinking, she doesn't use good English. That's your issue. I am one of those people who wants to get down to the nitty-gritty of issues. And to do that, you can't use proper English. So I talk about the issues that we all got. Now, how many of you are going to admit you got issues? You got issues. An issue is defined as a topic or problem that needs to be discussed or debated. On my show, we talk about all kinds of issues. We talk about anger. We talk about joy. We talk about love. We talk about abuse. We also have static. We talk about things that are of interest to people. So you know that the topics that everybody wants to discuss are money, sex, and politics. I don't talk about politics. I get in trouble on Facebook about talking about politics. So I'm not talking about politics on the show. However, we're talking about everything else. Everything that you want to know about, we're talking about on the We All Got Issues show. Let me give you an example. Think about Jim. Jim is a man that has problems with money. Now, money. Anybody here have a problem with money for the time to time? Well, Jim's problem is that Jim has too much money. When Dr. T came on my show, and he told me that he was going to talk about people who had too much money, I said, you know, you don't have to worry about getting paid, do you? Because you're going to get paid because your clients all have money. But I also thought to myself, wow, that's a problem that I would like to have. Too much money? Too much money? How does a person have a problem having too much money? I hadn't walked a mile in their shoes. I didn't know what it was like to have too much money. That is something that I have never had to experience in my entire life. So, when I heard Jim's story, I listened, and I thought, yeah, right. That's too much money. But then I listened to his story. Jim was someone who was born into wealth. He's always had money. He's a multi-millionaire. He's always had money, not because he earned money, but because his great-grandfather earned money. So Jim has never had to worry about putting food on the table or car to buy, none of those things. However, in love with this beautiful girl, Sylvia. Sylvia liked things. Jim could buy things. And Jim at first was very willing to please. Until it dawned on him, my goodness, every time I turn around, she wants things and things and things and things. He decided, you know what, this isn't going to work. She's not interested in me. She's interested in the things. Jim has found that he has these problems all of the time. Everybody's interested in his things. So he came up with a proper solution in terms of how to take the emphasis off of money. He now drives a hoopty, my car. I want to tell you now the story of someone who shared with us her story of joy. She has a book called Full Plate, No Fork. Now you must be wondering, full plate, no fork, what's that about? What does that mean? How many of you are overwhelmed with life? You got so many things you got to do all of the time that you feel like you don't have enough time to do it. You don't have enough energy. You don't have a fork to eat with that full plate. You understand what I'm saying? The author, Darla Arnie, she talks about wonderful things. She gives people inspirational information about how they can make their lives better. She tells them all the things that they want to hear. She wasn't as entertaining as guests. You know, I found that our guests that are most interesting are the ones that are dramatic. You know, the ones that have those juicy stories like you see on television. The ones that have that scintillating storyline that tells you that there's a murder at the end of the story. Sorry, I don't have any of those guests. But we do have lots of interesting people. I got issues. You got issues. We all got issues. Now, here's the thing that you need to know about issues. What's most important is not the issues that you got, because you all have them. Y'all are admitting this now, right? That's not what's most important. What is most important is that you are striving to do better, that you're striving to improve your life, that you're living as joyful a life as possible. And what is most important is my motto, and that is think possibilities. Think possibilities. That's it.